Hi, Susan. No. Can you hear me? And cannot hear. I'm connected to the thing and says it cannot hear me yet. Okay. Can you hear me yet?
Okay, I'm sorry to be late. I was at my book group.
No problem. I can hear you now.
Oh, good. Well, yeah, I turned on the audio of my cell.
Oh, all right.
So we are waiting for Jess, and I know she's going to be here.
All right. As Mary Jo pops in and out, so she's here.
Jeanette,
Jeanette's got another double
another,
thing. Yeah.
there she is. Here she is. Jess, you're here, right? You're unmute. You need to
I'm
unmute.
here.
Oh,
I'm here.
okay, great.
I'm just finishing a couple bites of my dinner.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, I just got home at 5:15, so I had to put something in my mouth.
Yeah, I just got home too, but I'm waiting to eat later.
I haven't eaten all day, so I couldn't wait.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
And
Are
I'm
we all
here,
here?
although I'm here.
We're all here because Jeanette can't come.
Okay.
So shall we
Um,
let Mary Jo tell us what's happening or ask
Yeah.
us for what we should do? I guess we should. Are you ready? You want to say something, Mary Jo, before we vote on your letter?
Sure. Um, First of all, I look really dark and blurry to myself. Can you actually
You
see
are.
me?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
can
I'm
see
not
you.
sure what's going on with my camera or my lighting. This is the first time I've used this setup, with not natural light. And so
Okay.
this is the best I can do. I'm sorry.
That's okay. We can
Um,
still see you.
yeah.
We can hear
Anyway,
you. That's it.
So we had the meeting this morning. Did you all get to see that I revised the
Yes.
letter just a little bit?
Yes.
Are you all, I guess the main question is, are you all okay with the letter? Do you have any questions?
I do not, and I'm okay with it.
No, I'm
Okay.
fine. I'm fine with it too.
Me too.
Yeah.
All right. Then should we just vote to send it? The one thing that I'm not sure of, having been at the meeting this morning, is whether we're actually going to be on the agenda for the Council on Aging meeting. Haley referred to something called open invitation, which I did not know. I did not know what that means.
Oh, okay. But
And
they're
the
meeting
the
tonight.
meeting for the select board isn't posted on the website yet, so I haven't seen an agenda.
Okay.
So I would send the letter to Brennan
Okay.
with a copy to Haley to get. I would think that the one or the two of them would create the agenda.
Okay. And then just request that we be on the agenda?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
And I guess we need to ensure that if you send the letter to the select board, they're all going to see it.
Yeah.
Does that sound okay with everybody?
That sounds fine.
Sounds fine to me.
With a copy to Haley.
Yeah.
Okay, that
Sounds
makes
like
sense.
sounds like that meeting today was good that you had with Haley and Mr. Beck and whoever else was with it. Mary Jo.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was
was
Haley and
good.
Rita
Yeah.
and Susan was able to come, and Ron Mack, and he had an opportunity to present
Mm-hmm.
what he wanted to present. I
Yeah.
thought that was good. Actually, I'll just be honest with you, based on my evolving understanding of what this actually is. I think in its original sense, it is a complaint about the fact that the highway department stopped plowing his property without prior notification
Mm-hmm.
and without returning his phone calls when he was asking what was going on. For me, I think that this kind of situation should have been resolved with an investigation, like by somebody within the town to see what actually happened. And
Right.
that investigation ideally could have been documented. And potentially this whole thing could be handled without the need for a public
Correct.
meeting.
Yep.
But that's not what happened, and that's not our process right now. But like I said, to me, that's the primary issue, and it turned into Ron having to try to prove something that in a way, he shouldn't have had to do all of the stuff
Yeah.
that he did. He should
Yeah.
have just been provided with some sort of process whereby his story should have been heard by someone relatively objective. The other side should have been heard by someone relatively objective, and then a fair assessment and decision about how to deal with the situation. Because to me, I think this is a personnel issue more than anything else. There's the bigger issue, of course, of roads not being consistently sanded. And I think that's been going on around the lake for quite some time. And I did do some further investigation actually this afternoon into that history. And it's my understanding that William Clark, I think William is his first name, used to do the plowing until about 5 or 6 years ago, when he got so frustrated because people that lived around the lake were landscaping into what was the roadways. The roadway was becoming smaller. And then obviously with no cul-de-sacs at the end, he was having to pile snow somewhere. Where? On the landscaping. You know what I mean? The other issue associated with this is that Clark does a tremendous amount of contracting work for people around the lake during the off season, or the on season, right? So not only is he having the issue of being frustrated by people not appreciating where he's putting the snow, and him the snow not being able to have a place to go, but these are the same people that he wants to have that he wants to do work for, right, in his private business. So if things don't go well, that's a pretty big mess, right? So that's why, from my understanding, one of the reasons why Clark quit. The other thing to explain about roads around the lake is that a lot of times you have to back up because there's no cul-de-sac at the end of anything. You have to back up. And so if you're in a sander, which carries a lot of sand to be efficient, and you can't turn around, so you got this big truck, you've got to navigate a long, increasingly narrow road, right? And so not only is that difficult and posing a potential danger to your truck, but it takes extra time. And so I think that there are issues around that as well that kind of need to be dealt with, I don't know, in some way, shape, or form. I don't know if a public meeting is the best way to deal with those negotiations. But anyway, these are the issues. I think bringing it up in a public meeting is certainly appropriate, though, given where we are right now. Does that make sense to everybody?
Yeah. Can I add two perspectives?
Yeah.
Okay, one of the things I found out at this meeting, or before this meeting, is that the town some years ago came to an agreement with a lot of the private roads around the lake and elsewhere in town that the town would, under the proper circumstances, would plow and sand. And this is the background of what we're talking about, this basic agreement. And there's a list of the
roads,
the roads that are covered, and you can access this policy. Brennan has it in his office. There are 5 points to the policy, and one of them is that they don't have to plow and sand if they consider it dangerous to their the road's dangerous to their equipment. Okay, so that's one of the issues. There's long history to this. The other thing that I found out at this meeting, and should have been made clear from the beginning, but wasn't, is that the DPW has not been dealing with these roads at all. Even under Tim Hunting's time, he hired a contractor, and the contractor was Clark. So what happened in the winter, this past fall or winter, DPW all of a sudden seems to have tried to take it over, and their trucks are much too big for these roads. And they should have gone out to hire another contractor, in my opinion, or use Boron, who's been doing it, I think, who has been a contractor, but it wasn't clear to me that he had been actually doing it. Just, I think I got the impression that he wasn't the person that stopped. But anyway, the issue of Lenny and Devon came and assessed the roads, the Birch Road, Ron's Road, and said it was dangerous, would damage the trucks. But I do not know whether they were talking about damaging the DPW trucks or damaging the
The
truck
contractors.
contractor using. That was not clear to me. So there's both the history and the policy, and what Mary Jo is talking about is that the procedure that was used was not well thought through. Would that be fair to say, Mary Jo?
Yeah, I think that's fair to say. And just to provide some context too, I did confirm with a neighbor that David Boron is the one who plowed in December.
Okay.
So what was so ironic in a way was that he was the one that prepared the road for plowing.
Mhm. And
He
then,
said it was okay for plowing. He plowed it, and then he stopped for no apparent reason. And his name was not even mentioned when we spoke this morning as someone that was any
Oh.
part of the decision-making process. So it's just all of that kind of doesn't add up.
So I think that the content of Mary Jo's letter definitely is appropriate for this situation.
yes.
Yeah.
Lou, did you have something you wanted to say or ask?
Hi, yes. I was just at the select board meeting and it's on their agenda. The DPW is there this evening and it's on their agenda. And as you know, I wouldn't want to like hurt your campaign or your letter or anything, but it is as it's of a worry to me, the idea. I had my elderly mom living here, so I have experience with seniors and getting her places was really important. We have a really sticky driveway and we got the plow and everything set up. So to learn what that I learned at your last meeting that there are two seniors who the town is saying they won't plow, which means the road must be being left really unsafe so that an ambulance can't even get in. I would like to talk tonight when the DPW gentleman comes on and just speak generally as a public person concerned. Why are they saying they won't or can't plow?
Mary Lou, I appreciate your sentiment, but this is exactly the situation that we are addressing.
I know that. I do know that. But I'm saying, as someone from the public,
Well,
I don't have your risk or I don't know, even your power or authority. I just have a concern that I think everybody in this town would want to know about. You know what I'm saying? Like, do those two seniors in particular who you spoke about pay lesser taxes because they don't get all the town services?
No, I think what's going on was we didn't know what the previous administration for the DPW
Uh-huh.
had a contract or agreement with to do the lake roads. And
Okay,
now
so
that it
Right.
isn't, we're gonna send this letter and making them aware of things that are going on so that the town will be able to address this with the DPW.
okay, so,
That's all this letter's for.
right. Okay.
And it's like it's like everything in town. Communication is the key. There is no communication.
I agree.
When the guy left, when Tim left, it should have been brought up to the next one, and so on and so forth.
And so then whose responsibility does that sit with? Our select board or the town administrator? Like
I guess they'll figure that out with this and the town meeting that they have, the board meeting that they're having now. They will find out who's supposed to be, who's responsible. All we want to do is send this letter of our concern of
right.
persons on these streets that can't get sanded and plowed.
Okay, so did they see it yet? Did the DPW people see it yet?
This letter? No, it hasn't been
No,
sent
not
out yet.
Okay,
I don't believe.
Yeah.
I believe this item is going to be on the first February select board. Mary Jo,
Okay.
wasn't that their agenda? Wasn't that your impression? That
Yes,
nothing
that's my
but with-
impression. I think, Mary Lou, why don't you reserve your comments for the meeting where they're dealing with this issue specifically? Because I think I looked at the agenda item for the DPW for this time,
Mhm.
and it was about some other topic, I think.
It
So-
was plowing. It was plowing, but and then he was there just gonna
Really?
Yeah, it said plow, but it specified something about town buildings.
Yeah, I think that's what I mean. I think
Yeah.
it was another topic.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
So I
But
think it'll be more powerful of a comment if it's
Okay.
offered during the meeting where they're making they have this on the agenda specifically.
I'll try and tuck it away. Thank you.
Yeah, so if you can remember, the February 2nd or 3rd meeting,
I will.
probably.
I also wanted to touch base. She had mentioned about ambulances. I
Right?
spoke to our emergency management people in town, and I was told that on a good day, the ambulance probably will not go down Ron's Hill because in fear they wouldn't get back up, even on a clear day with no snow.
So oh my God. Yeah.
So I asked, well, what happens if you won't go down there? And they explained that numerous things could happen. Either they could use another pickup truck to bring them up to the knoll, or carry him on a stretcher, or they have different ways. And I was actually talking to Devin, who told me that not too long ago they had to carry someone with a broken hip all the way down their driveway to the end of the road because the ambulance wouldn't go into their driveway. So
Wow.
it does happen an awful lot where ambulances will not enter driveways, and they have to find a different way to get the
Mhm.
patient from the house to the ambulance.
even if the ambulance is parked in your driveway, and I had this experience, you're still
Mhm.
going to have to be carried out in a special
Right,
Correct.
right.
chair, get into the ambulance. So it's
That's
just a
happened,
matter of
yes.
having to carry you further.
Right.
It's
So-
unfortunate, but it's,
Well, he said that a lot of the factors is the driver too. Some drivers absolutely refuse to make any risky maneuver, and then there's others that will risk things that other
Mhm.
people won't. It's all up to who's driving the ambulance, the conditions of the road, the weather. There's a lot of different factors.
Okay.
So we like to say, well, what about it if an ambulance can't get down there? Well, the emergency management said, even on a good day, we don't even know if the ambulance will go down there anyway. Sadly,
Okay.
I just wanted to say
Yeah.
that. That's all.
Okay.
I want to second what Mary Jo suggested, Mary Lou, that you come to the February board meeting.
February 2nd?
Mhm.
Okay. Okay. And can the public see the letter, Mary Jo, or not till that day? We'll see it that day? The letter you guys wrote?
Well, I certainly think the select board needs to see it first.
Uh-huh.
And I really don't know what the policy is on
Okay.
something like that. I have to ask.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Like,
mean,
oh,
I think the letter becomes part of public record.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes you can read a letter at the select board meeting. I don't know if that would be appropriate in this instance, you know, and make it public in that way. I'm not sure. I haven't been to so many select board meetings that I would know.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you all. I'm gonna go.
Thanks, Mary Lou.
Yep.
We appreciate your concern. Hey, I have to go to cemetery commission in 8 minutes.
Okay.
But Jessica, can you bring up your
Yes.
item?
Okay, so I have 8 minutes to sell this to you guys. So Haley put a bug in my ear when we were talking about this, about how there's grants. And there's a grant that's available now to apply for, which is due February 1st. So I asked Susan about it, and we're like, we don't have the time to do it and whatever. But then I saw a Facebook post from my old memories, and it got me thinking. And the Facebook post was about the lockbox program, where you would supply a resident with a lockbox. So if there was ever an emergency, the police or the fire, and they can't get into your home, they install a lockbox, and your key's in there with the code. Dispatch has the code, so that they don't have to break windows, break down doors, climb through windows, and can easily access the patient. And sometimes it is time consuming to do all those things.
Yeah.
So in my brain, I'm like, we could actually do this. February 1st is right around the corner. But I spoke with Devin, and I also spoke with Lenny, who are both on board with supporting this, if we are able to get this grant. And I am here to seek approval for it, for me to write the grant for it or apply for it.
Oh, sure. I second it.
Yeah, we have a motion on the floor and it's been seconded. Okay, so yeah. Jessica, is it okay if I run this?
Yeah.
Okay, so all in favor? Let's see, who goes first? Jessica does? Mary Jo?
No, Mary
Mary
Jo.
Jo?
Johnson, I.
Makepeace, aye.
Millinger, aye.
Strangman, aye.
So it's been moved and seconded and passed. So
Thank you so much. I'm very excited about this. I think it'll be really good for our community.
yeah, thanks for thinking about this. As I told Jessica, I have been thinking about getting it myself, and it'll be nice if they're provided by the town.
It's a really great program. It really is. And there are some residents that already supply their own, but if we can supply for people, who don't even think about it, or
Right.
can't afford it, or whatever the issue is. So
And that's what we're here for. So,
absolutely.
Yeah.
It's a way to make our community safe.
mhm.
And and as long as we can get grant money, why not try?
Exactly.
Right. So thank you guys. I really appreciate it. I'm very excited for this.
Thank you for thinking
Good.
of it. So our agenda was just to deal with the letter, and Jessica had an unanticipated piece of business.
Mhm.
If you want to deal with an unanticipated business, I will disappear, and you all can, because we are quorum is free now.
I'm all done. As long as I got that, as long as I got that voted on, I'm finished.
Anybody else?
I have nothing.
Mary Jo?
No, do we have to vote to send the letter?
I think we voted on the letter, didn't we?
We'll do it again.
We voted to approve the letter, yes?
Okay.
Yeah.
So, let's have a motion to send the letter to the select board and Haley.
A second.
Okay, vote. Mary Jo?
Johnson, I.
Makepeace, aye.
Millinger, aye.
Strangman, aye.
Okay, we don't have a secretary for this meeting. I guess I will write it up what I remember and send it around to you all and see if I got it.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you all. I could change my hat now.
There you go.
Become secretary.
Nice seeing you all. Stay warm.
Yes,
See you in February.
be good.
Good night.
Be good, be careful. All right.